Hey guys, this is Cam315 back at it with another video for you guys, and this is another Fire Force Season 2 review. Now obviously, you're probably looking at this video and like, whoa, wait, where's your co-host, the Red Wolf? He typically does Fire Force videos with you. Yes, I'm going to be doing a Fire Force review on my own. It's only going to be for this week because my co-host left essentially for Thanksgiving week to Mexico, and he doesn't really have the cell service or the internet service lines out there to be able to be on the video. So anyways, I'm gonna do it on my own. Hopefully, like I said, this is only for a 1 week thing and it's not gonna progress for next Friday, but I think he should be good by next Friday. But anyways, a pretty interesting episode here of Fire Force because it really dives into the Adola links and stuff like that, as well as what is going on with frickin' show. So let's get into it. This is Fire Force Season 2, Episode 22. Anyways, we continue the fight with Arthur, Shinra versus Dr. Giovanni, and they're honestly getting the upper hand until this one point in time, and then, you know, he does like this pheromone type of thing where it releases like this super gastric acid thing. And then that's when the fight continues, and then, you know, you have Dr. Giovanni talking about Show and stuff like that, and that's when Shinra's like, where is Show? Next thing you know, you see him in this one room where, you know, he looks like he's getting like what Hamea called him, a doll, I guess, dolled up. I don't know what they're doing. His eyes looked like faded, as well as she's putting lipstick on him. I don't know what the hell they're doing to Show, nor do I want to know what's going on there. It got to even to the point where you have Arrow kind of look away, and Arrow doesn't look like she approves of this. So, but then Hamea's like, don't look away, Arrow, keep looking. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on here with Show. That is some weird shit going on. So hopefully we find out what the hell that is. And like I said, Hamea calls him a doll, so that's another interesting thing there. Very, very weird and stuff like that. Now, we cut back to, you know, Captain Obi and the other group members after we found out about there being a big explosion. And essentially what Lick, you know, he goes through the whole thing of like what's going to happen if this explosion goes off. And essentially, like I said, the whole Tokyo Empire is going to be like essentially in tatters, like just a ruined city. But essentially, looks like, listen, we need a second pyrokinetic, you know, generation, you know, to be able to essentially, I guess you can say, control the flames and move them to a place where, you know, it will be, you know, put somewhere safe and stuff like that. And then obviously, you know, the other crew members make a mention like, wait, the only person we know who can do that is Maki. And if you know the little symbol thing, it was kind of like a beacon or a, like, I guess you can say a nice little jammer speaker thing type of thing where Maki could hear what's kind of going on. And thanks to it, Vulcan called her and she heard everything. She is finally back, to her brother's chagrin, and she's willing to do the job and help out, you know, obviously Tokyo. And the brother, you know, her brother is like, listen, what are you doing? This is too sad. This is too dangerous. You don't need to be here, you know, stuff like that. But Maki's over here telling her brother, listen, I have to do this so we can save lives. There are people's lives in jeopardy. And he kind of gets into, you know, the brother kind of gets into a, you know, position of like, I guess you can say, straight out sexism, because he's like, but you're a female and, you know, you shouldn't be doing this stuff like that. And then that's when Maki's like, bitch, please. Does that mean, does me being a girl, you know, says that I can't do none of this stuff? And eventually the brother succumbs to doing it because most of the other people, and they're like, bruh, your sister's the only one that can save us all. Unless you want to just die, go ahead. So, yeah, now, also another thing is, Lick brings some mentions, like, well, okay, that's good that we can, you know, Maki control the flames, but, we're all gonna get roasted alive if she kind of does that. And essentially, thanks to the brother, Maki's brother, he's like, well, did you not factor cracks and crevices and stuff like that? And what the plan is, they're going to send what they end up doing, and they show it very beautifully. They have Maki's little way how she controls the flames, which is one of the thumbnails of this video. Looks really cool looking. And essentially what she does is she, controls the flames to go all the way down to the bottom depths of the earth, like the earth's, crust essentially. And essentially it cools it down since, the earth inside makes sure flames cools down to make sure it's not so hot. They call over to Ritsu, and Ritsu's like, it's about to be a big nasty explosion. And then she's like, and because the plan obviously failed, and obviously Giovanni sees this, he's like, shoot, I guess the plan failed. And then Arthur, in a funny, I guess you can say, him going ultra instinct, because he literally wasn't thinking about attacking or anything. He goes off and cuts off Dr. Giovanni's head. And I'm like, oh, is Dr. Giovanni's like dead? Nope, he's not dead. He escapes thanks to these bugs, these insects that were within his body that kind of created a distraction, and he escaped for the time being. He also does make a mention of the fact about Abdullah links, of how the fact that Shinra connected to him through the Abdullah link, as well as Shinra's also wondering, like, why did I also connect to, Lieutenant Conroe, essentially, which is another interesting thing there. I'm trying to remember the one thing. Oh yeah, Dr. Giovanni essentially says, well, if you're trying to stop the evangelist, you're gonna have to go to the other world, and I don't know how you can do that, so that's another thing that's gonna be pretty interesting as well. Anyways, eventually they all get out, before they get out, after that all happens, Maki is then reinstated to be in the Fire Force on Company 8, and you get this nice scene between her and Hinawa of how Hinawa's like, good job out there, you made me proud, essentially, and she was happy about that. It does cut over to her parents after she's reinstated, and essentially we know the dad's pretty overprotective and he worries about her, but the mom's like, listen, Maki's different than opposed to me, and we also do find out in this episode that the mom used to be in the military, but she later then retired to essentially be like a stay-at-home mom. So she breaks the mention like, listen, Maki's different as opposed to me. She's much more stronger and strong-willed than I am. So she essentially tells, her husband, like, listen, let's watch over Maki together, and stuff like that. So that was a nice little way to resolve the little Maki little arc. And now she's back in the Fire Force. We also do find out that Juggernaut is not dead. He did lose his hand and his foot. But he is not dead. He is still alive, so that's good. And Tamaki again kind of blames herself for this whole issue and this whole, thing. But then the company, the second company of the Fire Force captain essentially says, no, if it wasn't without you and the other young crewmen, we would have never made it out of there alive. So thank you. And then just when he also makes mention, listen, Tokyo, the Fire Force, and the military, we all need to unite and come together against this threat, which is honestly probably one of the best things that they might need to do. So yeah, and like I said, the episode kind of ends off with Maki just having the same position she had when she left the first time, and that was nice. But you have Habana saying, you have an odd crew of characters, but Obi is like, yeah, but at the end of the day, they all get the job done. So that's where the episode ends up. And yeah, so next week, it seems like we definitely are going to get Tamaki growth, because it seems like next week we're going to get a Tamaki focused episode. We got an Iris focused episode, a Maki focused little mini arc, and it seems like this upcoming episode next week we're going to put more focus on Tamaki, maybe get more of her backstory of how she is the person she is today. So that's going to be interesting. It seems like she's also going to be talking to Lieutenant Conroe as well. So we'll have to find out what that goes on. So it's going to be interesting there. So I'm liking where Fire Force is going. I believe after we only got 3 more episodes left, and then the season's going to be done. So hopefully Fire Force has been great this season. So other than that, that's all I got to say. Anyways, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. So if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode. Hit the subscribe button to get more Fire Force Season 2 content, as well as if you are subscribed to the channel, hit that notification button to make sure you get any notification up to whenever I upload to the channel. So yeah, again, like I said, have a great rest of your day. If you went Black Friday shopping, hopefully you were safe. If you still are Black Friday shopping, still be safe. But yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. So hopefully you guys are staying safe out there, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. So till then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.